Not the Gatemen's night here at Durant Park in Bourne, Massachusetts. Ethan Ive and Kyle Marshak with you on the Gatemen Baseball Network postgame show here on Cape League TV. The Bourne Braves finally get a win over the Gatemen here, an 8-3 final score. A night, Kyle, where the Gatemen offense just struggled to get hits.
Yeah, just 3 hits. And this is a team that was playing the Bourne Braves, a squad that likes to get out early. And, you know, after some offensive struggles during the second half, the mentality was just to hit early, and they didn't do that.
Yeah, Tate McGuire had a rough start today, a very rare rough start. He allowed 6 earned runs over his 2 2/3 innings, gave up a couple of home runs early, and Bourne took it from there. And with more on the loss, we'll send it down to Madison Walker, who's here with Ryan Smythe.
Thanks, guys. I'm Madison Walker. I'm here with head coach Ryan Smythe. So, Coach, unfortunately, we've lost 4 in a row. What are you going to do to kind of get that momentum change, to get things going again?
I think that's got to come from within. You know, again, we're locked into a playoff spot, and we have the luxury to, I don't want to say coast in, but obviously we can, you know, take it easy a little bit here while some other teams are, you know, are still fighting to get in.
Right.
But, you know, we made it close there, made it interesting at the end. There isn't a, you know, loss of fight here. Just we haven't been playing our best brand of baseball.
Now that we are heading into playoffs, do you think that kind of changes any of the guys' mindsets? They're kind of more like locked in to win a little bit, because I know you guys are wanting a ring.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we get into the playoffs, it's, you know, it's house money at that point, right? You did the hard part, which was to, you know, get there and lock in a spot. And then it's, in my opinion, from being out in this league for a long time, it's about the team that wants to be here the longest.
Right.
You know, they're all super talented teams. You know, it's about the guys that want to stick it out for, you know, a couple more days out here to do something special.
And then back to the game kind of tonight, I noticed that you took like Antonio out and you had a couple people going in for him. Do you want to talk about that, or tell me why you just wanted to get the guys more at bats? Or
yeah, I mean, you know, we were down, was it 6-1? We didn't have a whole lot of hits, and you know, I just wanted to put a little bit of energy in the lineup and, you know, see if we can make something happen. You know, Murph and Antonio, they've been guys that are playing every single day for us out here, and you know, they don't want to come out of the lineup. I'm sure they didn't even then, but just felt we needed a little bit of a spark and, you know, get some fresh blood in there. And, you know, we did make a little run at it there, and, you know, that's just baseball. But it was good to get those guys in, get some at-bats. I wanted to get Parker in. He just got here. You know, so it was a good opportunity for him.
And then what kind of is going to be your message to the team going into tomorrow, trying to get a win against Chatham?
No message, you know, same process. We'll have early work. These guys, you don't have to, there's a reason we don't talk after games, right? And I kind of think that's a little bit of eyewash. You know why you won, and you know why you lost games. You know, tonight this wasn't, you know, Tate's sharpest night. And I told him out on the mound before we took him out, I said, listen, man, you're allowed to be human, which he's been the total opposite of that all summer. So, again, I'd rather him get this one out of the way than have it later on. But that's over with, and he knows it's his, you know, stepping off that mound is the first day of his preparation for his next start. So, but I don't need to talk to these guys. We'll come out of this, we'll be fine, and hopefully it starts tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Madison. Great stuff there from her and head coach Ryan Smythe. And you heard it from Smythe himself. There is no message for this team. They know why they've won. They know why they've lost. And you know what? They're just going to have to bounce back and try to finish the season on a high note.
Yeah, you and I talked about it on the broadcast. We've both seen teams slump before, and there's really nothing that you can do to snap out of it. There's no easy fix. It just happens. But Smythe has clearly leaned on that leadership, like Desero and Gray and you name them, throughout the season. They're the ones that set the tone.
Yeah, looking at some of the positives from tonight here at Bourne, Eli Putnam slugging his 5th home run of the season. That was back in the 2nd inning. The Gatemen offense, though, just sputtered after that. Reese Chapman had a base hit in the 4th inning. They didn't score again until the 8th inning when Yohan Desero drove home a couple of runs. One thing to point out, though, the bullpen was pretty solid today. 5 arms combining after the Tate McGuire outing to shut out the Braves for the rest of the ballgame.
Yeah, it was very, very nice to see that. Considering their most previous performance, that's something you look to correct rather quickly. You know, expecting guys to be effective an inning at a time is something that you really need, especially when that postseason comes around.
Yeah. So the Wareham Gatemen fall to 20-15-1, and the Bourne Braves improve to 17-16-2. Wareham still at 3rd in the Cape League West Division, and Bourne still at 4th. Gatemen are back at it tomorrow at Chatham, a 7 o'clock first pitch here on the Gatemen Baseball Network, powered by Cape League TV.